So, why did I create Behind the Woman? I created Behind the Woman because I needed it. I had the idea one morning standing in the shower crying. At this point, I had been a single mom for a few years, and my kids were in preschool and kindergarten. And I just felt like I was making it by the skin of my teeth all the time. Um, Financially, I felt like I was jimmy rigging life. Psychologically, I had an ex who was totally committed to preventing me from restarting my life successfully. I was always in court, and I just felt like I was living in the trenches of a battle that I didn't want to fight. Um, as a mom, I felt like I was failing because my energy and my patience was always wearing thin, and emotionally, I was lonely. I'd always found it really easy to make friends, and I was outgoing, but I was just so scattered that I didn't have like what it took to maintain and organize relationships, right? So what do you do when you're a grown woman and you're lonely? You date, right? So I had been seeing this guy who was very successful. He had a prestigious career, and um, I found it really flattering that he cared about me and confided in me and asked my opinion on everything and would call me before important meetings. And one day he came over and he said that he had a heart procedure the next day. And he just wanted me to know that even though he expected it to go well, um, in case it didn't, he felt like he could be at peace because I had changed his life. And, that was really meaningful. Um, but the morning that I stood in the shower, it felt very different. I felt really ashamed because I thought, how have I found the time and been able to profoundly affect this person's life, and yet I'm still in survival mode and I can't figure my own life out, and I owe it to my children to get my stuff together. And so I just felt like I was failing. And the old cliche, behind every great man is a woman, popped into my head. And I just thought, but what is behind the woman? And I started thinking about every woman I knew. And it didn't matter if she was old or young or married or single or gay or straight or had children or no children. Every single one of them was carrying like an incredible load of responsibility and expectations from partners, from children, from employers, colleagues, the community, society at large, and yet there was no identifiable support for women. And it just became so clear to me that women are literally running the world. Like, we are maintaining the systems and institutions and keeping them from collapsing. And yet we're worn so thin that we don't even realize our power. So I just wanted, the idea was kind of sparked then. I wanted to use technology to do something ancient, which was provide community for women where they could share information and questions and experiences, and where there was zero agenda except to encourage and appreciate one another. And I thought, given that women run the world already, if we built that, we would probably end up changing the world too. So that's where Behind the Woman came from.